Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. I got a lot of requests on my how to build a Zaw video to actually go over the personal Zaw builds that I have made for myself. So today we're going to be talking about the Zaws that I have built for myself, the parts I've used for them, and the mod setup as well. Before we begin though, real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support on that Zaw video. I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So I actually have quite a few Zaws that I've built, and they range from being pretty damn amazing to pretty damn average. So I'll be starting out with the weakest Zaw that I have, going all the way up to the strongest. And the weakest Zaw I definitely have is actually the first Zaw that I built. You'll see on some of my other Zaws that I like to use the Corb grip because it has the most damage. And the Quoth grip that we got on Panza right here only has +2 damage and -2 speed compared to +3 damage and -3 speed. So that's why I consider the Panza to be the weakest Zaw that I have. It was also the first Zaw that I built way back in the day, so it's got that OG feeling to it. But I mean, at the end of the day, you could argue that the Sandai Katetsu I have over here is not too much better. If we compare the Vargeet Ruhong link to this other link right here, Vargeet 2 Ruhong, the only difference we actually see between these two links is actually just a 7% crit chance difference. Now, some might argue that that is not the biggest difference out there, as you know, it's only 7%, but in my opinion, the more crit chance you can have for your Zaws, the better. And next up, we are going to be talking about my final Scythe strike type of Zaw, and this right here is definitely my favorite Zaw in the game. Although it's not my strongest, I absolutely love it. This is my Wado Ichimonji Zaw, and yeah, as you can see, we got the same grip as we got on Sandai Katetsu, as well as the same link we got on Panza, and we just put that all on one Exodia Contagion Zaw that actually has the Scythe strike, and yeah, we're absolutely cooking. When it comes to these Nakana type Zaws, I always tend to use the same mod setup because why not, you feel me? They're literally the exact same type of weapon, so I use the exact same mod setup for all of them. Matter of fact, now that I'm over here looking at this setup, I'm actually going to take off Buzzkill and replace this. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, and yeah, this is definitely the type of build I would rock, where you got radiation and viral, because you get more damage overall, because you straight up have a whole nother element on your weapon that not only does more damage base, but also will apply more damage to the enemy. And when it comes to my mod setup for my other Nakana Zaws that I have previously just mentioned, they are pretty much the exact same. I typically tend to build them with 2 elements like radiation and viral, and then I go for my crit chance, my extra damage, as well as my riven mod. But again, these are just the builds that I personally like to rock on my Zaws, and yeah, let me tell you right now, this riven is absolutely a big factor in that. Next up, we're going to be talking about my second strongest type of Zaw, which is actually my Scythe type of Zaw, known as Enma the King of Hell, and I absolutely love this thing. As you can see on the right side, this is the setup that we are rocking. Again, you will catch me rocking the Vargeet 2 Ruhong link and the Corb grip on all of the Zaws that I will build in the future. And yeah, pretty similar to the Zaws earlier, except of course it is a Scythe. However, I still do actually mod this one the same. Got a primed pressure point for more damage and sacrificial steel for more crit, and then I actually got the elemental mod so that I can get radiation and viral. And finally, we are going to be talking about what is probably my strongest Exodia Contagion Zaw, the Yoshihito. Shout out to anybody who knows the character I actually named this Zaw after. You are a legend. But yeah, Yoshihito right here is definitely my strongest Exodia Contagion Zaw, and the reason I say it's my strongest is because I definitely hit the highest numbers with this Zaw, and I do it at a more consistent rate. Now, it's not that I'm not hitting high numbers on these other Zaws, it's just not as consistent compared to this one right here. So what makes this hammer Zaw right here so different, especially if you're building all your Zaws the same, right? It's actually one simple stat, which you'll see right here, the riven disposition. As you can tell by my mod setup, everything is pretty much the same, except minus the riven, of course. So yeah, the higher disposition you have, the better riven you can actually roll, and let's just say that this riven right here, I snagged off the market, and I do not regret it, because the person was honestly selling it for real cheap, and they could have sold it for a lot more. 159% crit damage and 289% crit. So yeah, if you've been paying attention to the riven mods, not only can you see that this all already provides a much greater boost than the other type of Zaws. But if we go back and look at some of the other Zaws, you'll actually notice that their riven disposition is a lot lower. Which is why I say the riven mod is one of the most important parts when you're actually building your Zaw. And yeah guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. I really appreciate all the support on the channel, guys. We are so close to 1,000. I'm gonna keep uploading until we get there, man. And when we get there, best believe you can expect some more content along the way. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. And let me know what you think of my personal Zaw builds down below. And yeah guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for me. With that being said, thanks for watching.